WF representing Palace, so let us tell you about Palace.
Yes, guys, Eagle Eye Football here. Crystal Palace 1, Brentford 2. You may ask why we're not outside the stadium. We were there. It was really raining. We sort of waited around to see if anyone came over to see if they were going to do a fan cam or not, but no one really turned up in the first 5, 10, 15 minutes. So we thought, you know what, no point risking, damaging the microphone, damaging this, damaging that with the rain. So I just thought we'd come home, do our fan cams at home and get on with it. But another game against Brentford and another game against a team that just seems to get really lucky against us all the time. I would like to say before we even start that I don't think we were very good today. I don't think we deserved a win today. To be fair, I don't think they deserved the win either. But
I'll agree with that.
It's a game where in the first time we played against them, they got luck of the green. Same thing again today.
Big time, yeah.
It's just a little bit disappointing because when we had our good spells in the game, we were making chances, we were getting through them, but we just weren't finishing our chances. And to be fair, that's just a very Palace thing. We just seem to really struggle against teams that sit in a low block. Some I guess, contentious parts of the game. There was a long throw from Lerma. The ball was in play, and then there was a foul against Mark, and the ref pulled it back and said, retake the throw-in. But surely if the ball's in play,
absolutely, yeah,
and there's a foul in the box, it's a penalty, no? But, okay, cool, that's fine. Then there's an actual penalty that's given. A bit of a bundle in the box. Don't know why we're not getting rid of the ball. I think Mark smashed it against Hughes. He had his hands up, a bit dodgy, but when it bounced down, I think one of their players ran into the box. Rak-Sakyi tried to get in the way of it, put his leg in the way, but they just fell over his leg. In my opinion, I don't even think that's a penalty. I think it's unbelievably light. And there's been some times where Eze has been, he's gone down and he's had more contact than that penalty and he hasn't got it. So, But then again, though, I think Eze has a reputation for diving a little bit now, though, doesn't he? So that's probably why. But penalty. And Mbeumo does his nonsense. I think he's been learning it from Ivan Toney. Walks up, does his little hop, skip and a jump, sends it to the left. Henderson goes the right way, but it hits flush on the post. When it comes back, it does hit Henderson on the head. So he was in play to touch it again. If it didn't touch him, then it would have been a free kick. But Mark intercepts it. You're thinking, oh, great. But when you watch it again, yes, in the ground, everyone felt hard done by. But what I would say is, getting home, watching it, I do think that there was definite encroachment there. Yes, some of Brentford had their own players in there. Yes, it's a contentious talking point, but it was definitely in the box before the actual time was up, before he even kicked the ball. Because yes, Rak-Sakyi had a foot in. They had, I think, Sharda and Damsgaard had a foot in as well. But if you look at where Mark is, he's sort of on the edge of the D, but he's fully in there. He's that's a mad pause, by the way. But he is fully within the area and where he shouldn't really be. Yeah. But that's like, you can't really argue against it now. But it does do the question now of, what happens if he scores? If there's encroachment, does he have to take it again? Of course not. No, exactly. The rules are all over the place. It's all nonsense, but they end up scoring another goal, which, I think they deserved that goal. It was a nicely worked goal, good header. We sort of mess around a little bit. Eze has a stinker once again. He had a few free kicks where he just overhit it just ever so slightly. But, he was very key in our build-up to our goal. Romain Esse getting his first goal and his first touch of his right foot, which is great for him, let's say. And, very unfortunate that, the whole team wanted him to run straight back and, get on with the game. But, he's 19. He's just scored his first Premier League goal on his debut within like a minute. And also, like, in front of the Homesdale, emotions and everything. But, I'm happy he got his moment. It was a good finish, actually. I still think he nearly missed because he hit the post before it actually went in the goal. But it is what it is. But the second after that, when we were really starting to go forward, Eze just kept slowing us down, kept overhitting all the passes, and we just lost all of our momentum in the game because of him. Other people had okay games, like, I think Mitchell did all right against Mbeumo. I think Rak-Sakyi did all right, but no one really was outstanding today. And for me personally, I think my man of the match has got to be Will Hughes, because I think he was the only one really making the game tick over and making the game flow. But Chairman, I feel like I've spoken too much.
That's okay. No problems. Yeah, first of all, dreadful game, dreadful conditions. Yeah, we didn't deserve to win today. I mean, we struggled with their low block. I think when you play teams like that who sit back and sit tight, when you do get the chance, you just got to put them away, and we just didn't do that. We just didn't create enough chances. We got into great positions around the box. The final ball was poor, overhit, underhit. I remember Meta having a shot in the first half. The keeper did well to save, but on the same token, they had a shot which looks like it was going in for all the world until Henderson got a hand to it and pushed it around the post. But yeah, as JC said, we come on, we watched on the telly, only the penalty part of it. Very, very soft penalty. Like, when someone's running into the box, he's going for it, and he's going to go down with any touch. Similar to maybe Munoz in the first half, when he could have gone down, didn't go down, but I'm not going to hold that against him. And then again, I think the problem is that...
It was stifling, I was wasting time.
Yeah, there was, yeah. When Bruno took the penalty, he hit the post. Obviously, Mark was fully inside the box. So the fact that it came back off of Henderson, which meant that Bruno could have kicked it again. And the problem was it was Mark who actually nipped in front of him and kicked the ball away. And obviously, if Mark hadn't encroached, he wouldn't have been in that position to nick the ball away. And I think that was the problem. So, but every penalty you see, there's encroachment. I mean, I wouldn't say he was in the box 10 feet, but... all the rest of the players were only in the box by a foot, but his whole body was in the box. He's probably onto his second stride, and I think that was the problem. I just think it's a bit unlucky, really. But overall, did we do enough to win the game? Probably not. The one good thing that Eze done, he put the cross in for, was it a Munoz shot? Was it a Munoz
He definitely
cross?
shot and mucked it up.
Which went to Eze. And then we come to the second poor bit, really. There was maybe 2-3 minutes of the game to go, and... we had 9 minutes of interval, which turned it to 10.5, and we just didn't work the keeper at all. Lots of hopeful balls, and unfortunately, 2 great chances we had fell to Eze, where he had to slip the ball out to the wing, overhit it to Eze was the first one, and he overhit it again. I think it was a cross, wasn't it? When he massively overhit it again, and when you get in the same positions, you've got to put in a quality ball box. That's all we're asking for, because obviously if you don't, it's making it easy for them. And unfortunately, that's what we did. That when they went 2-0 up, we did make it very easy and didn't really push them. Lots of huff and puff, but no quality in the box. Obviously got the goal back, and really and truly, they got scared because the first thing they did was put another defender on and went far at the back, and we just didn't hold the ball. We just kept kicking the ball up. They just kept heading it, and we wasted so much time. So, yeah, very disappointing. No one really shone today. Everyone was very, very average. I agree with JC. I thought Will Hughes had a really, really good game. The whole game, he had a really, really good game. Sarr had quite a decent first half, but then I really struggled to remember him touching the ball second half. Eddie Nketiah, well, he just runs around a lot, but very little quality there. And I'm really happy for Eze for getting his first goal. But generally, we just didn't do enough to win the game. Did they do enough to win the game? Probably not, but they did score a very good second goal. And obviously, when you're 1-0 up and you break away and score, it makes it very difficult, especially if we're struggling anyway. But just one of the things, really. I'm not unhappy that we've lost. Of course, I don't want us to lose. But the manner of defeat, we know if we'd have given it a really good go, especially after the run we've been on, winning away at Brighton and Leicester and West Ham, we played really well second half, claimed a lot of chances, we just didn't create the chances. I don't know what our XG was for our shooting, but it can't be great. But just one of them things, really. It's a bad day in the office, and hopefully we'll look at that and build up for Man United away next week.
Yeah, well, guys, thanks for watching. Out the Palace.
Eagles.